Aside from the historic significance of Senator Obama's candidacy, I know that he is receiving some criticism for being inexperienced and not qualified. Any thoughts on that? No?
I think that if anybody is without being specific, but if anybody is a fan of history, you have your answer. Just, if you're a fan or if you know history, you have your answer about inexperience. You know, just, that's one thing that I don't do much of is I don't talk politics.
Okay.
Well, I would just say this about it. I mean, right, he has to move from politics, but, you know, what's the point? Huh? It's called misdirection. What does it have to do with the question at hand? You see what I mean? That's really the point. What does that have to do with running the nation? What does it have to do? You see what I mean? It's not connected. And then so much of the time, you know, what we deal with all the time is this misdirection. Is that right?
That's right.
You want to disconnect things. Okay? Well, that's what's really going on. No, it's not. No, it's not. Running the nation, you're not experienced to run the nation. Okay. Who? Then who? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Avery.
All right, well then, just as an aside to the audience, let me say that if I'm boring you or wearing you out with political questions, I will apologize for that. Let me say that I know that both of these gentlemen do a lot of science fiction and Star Trek conventions. They get asked a lot of the same questions over and over and over. I thought that one of the unique formats of setting up the stage as a talk show was so to give our actors, celebrities a chance to voice their thoughts and opinions about current events, so that you could see a side of their personalities outside of their roles in Star Trek. That was what my aspiration for this kind of was.
Avery, this is not an admonishment or a chastising at all. You know, not at all. I think it's fine. You know, and part of the answer, in both Michael and certainly from my point of view, is exactly the point. You know, I would go further to say that as a matter of fact, what I've learned from being somehow in some public forum, you know, I learned very early to exercise the wisdom of restraint. You know, just because you're in a public forum doesn't mean you can say anything or that people are interested in anything you think. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because we experience the extreme of that all the time. That just because people are recognized, and then now we want to ask them what they think about X. Again, there's that misdirection. What does it have to do with anything?
What Avery's saying, it's not about, you know, oh, that's a terrible question.
Right.
It's just about, you know, when I talk politics, it takes a while, you know. There's a lot of things about this whole campaign, about this last, you know, our recent history that is entwined in this. And to go, well, I think, you know, it just, I see it going down a path. That's a long path. It takes a long conversation. And I think more than we have at this point.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. As long as the audience recognizes that we do not have Captain Sisko and Lieutenant Worf on the stage, we have Avery Brooks and Michael Dorn. I'm hoping to engage Michael and Avery in conversation. So that's where I'm going with this. So,
let's do it again.
Okay. Let's see. Wow. How do we recover from that? Okay.
Well, we can recover very easily, you know. Because as soon as we go out of here, the world is going to be looking at the same stuff again. That's how we recover. Because those things that are important in people's lives are going to be important in this room and then out in the street on Peace Street. You know what I mean? So, it's just fine. The fact is, Michael was right. If you really wanted to open the door to talk about what is really going on and what I think about it, or what Michael thinks about it, we'd be here a long time. It's really true. So it's very interesting. You spoke about a very powerful moment for all of us, no matter what we think about it. You spoke about a very powerful moment in the history of the nation. Yeah, that happened, and we're dealing with that. And I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah.
The two of you get asked a lot of questions from the fans. Is there anything about fans in general or fandom that you've just always wanted to ask them? Because I think today this is the group to ask. Michael's thinking about something.
Well, actually, once again, it's one of those questions. That's
Loaded.
I don't. The one thing that I realized a long time ago is that there isn't any one question that I would ask, because everybody, people ask me, what is it about fans that bring them to Star Trek conventions and to get them involved? And many years ago, I just realized that it's each individual has a different reason for it, and it's just varied. You just can't pin it down to one thing or another, and it's been very difficult. So no, I don't have a question, because there's 500 questions that you can ask. That's why. Somebody answer the phone. He's like,
No,
okay, no, not that.
Yeah, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The young lady that shouted out, "Get the hell off of politics" a while back, that really threw me off track. I just don't, I'm not real sure where to go from here.
Ask whatever you want, Eric. No. Ask whatever you want. I mean, as a matter of fact, one could say, and there is that case in the world, that everything we do is political. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. That yes, especially art, I mean, it is about politics. Or, yes, in art, if one deals with the human expression, it is the politics of living. You see what I mean? So it's not just about, government, etc., but yes, it is about government, because government is about the people. You see what I mean? It's all inextricably connected, so that every single choice that we make in some way has some political consequence. One could argue. You see what I mean? So keep going.
Ask a question.